Alright, so we're jumping right into a roll between me and Natalia. She's a really good purple belt. And we're kind of testing the camera, and so she's giving me some space to work, but she's still resisting. It's still a real roll, but it's not like a fully competitive roll in that sense. So here you're gonna be seeing me working on the leg locks. Here I'm trying to use the K guard to into the legs. Natalia post on my ankles here makes it hard for me to connect the leg. So I'm just gonna shoot through and lock an outside ashy here over her leg and off balance her by posting my hand on the mat and lifting my hips. So I'm here, I'm working for angle, also making sure I'm still recording. And I'm looking here to dig for the heel. What you'll see Natalia do here is she's trying to dig her foot in and to kind of block me from getting a bite on the heel, which is definitely can be a good tactic, but just gotta be careful that your second foot doesn't get caught. I have one of my favorite ways to counter this is to grab the second foot and basically do a toe hold where both legs are trapped, and that kind of sucks to get stuck in. So her tactic here is definitely viable. She just has to make sure that I don't get a hold of her foot. So moving on here, I'm trying to sit on top, trying to spin the leg, doesn't work. I'm just going right back to outside ashi, making sure I keep the knee line in. When I start to lose the knee line, I use the ankle lock grip here. I'm putting some pressure on. It's kind of hard to get good finishing pressure with your legs outside like this. So what you would probably do here is you would try to either throw one or both legs to the hip, just push in the hip for what some people call like a post ashi, or you could try to pummel your legs to a butterfly ashi here. I feel like she's really close to me here, so it's kind of difficult to do with the legs, and I'm not super persistent on it. I'm actually not primarily looking for the angle lock here. I'm a little bit more interested in getting to 50-50 in this roll. So as you'll see here, she's working here. I'm putting some pressure in. I'm trying to dig the heel. Kind of trying to get my knees to face her to stop getting smashed here, and she ends up building up on top. I post on the shoulder and get an inside knee here. I have a video on that, and it's really good for outside ashi retention. Knock her back down. And here I'm looking to transfer to 50-50 to kind of keep her in place. She's looking to turn away and throw my legs to the inside to kind of spin out, but I have good inside knee position here. I'm trying to elbow hop and dig for the heel. Right here you can see her leg is kind of straight and her heel is somewhat hidden here. What I should probably do here is I should kind of curl up more so I could get on the side of my head and kind of look towards the heel. I have this general rule that when you're in these kind of belly down positions and people are hiding their heel, that you should post up in such a way that you can see your partner's heel. That way when you spin, it's going to be easier to make a catch on it. I'm going kind of loose here. I kind of failed to do that, and Natalia is also doing a good job resisting, straightening her leg and hiding her heel. So things get a little loose here. You notice that I've switched to a crisscross ashi here, so I have this inverted knee here, and I'm bringing my leg over and across, so it's kind of a hybrid between a saddle and a 50-50 position. I'm posting here in the calf, looking for the heel, but as you can see in my face here, I can't quite see the heel. So the roll is not going to be that successful, I feel like. But what's interesting here is you'll see me bring this leg here, put it in as a double 50 here to check the back of her hamstring here, to kind of slow down her defensive roll. Yeah, so I'm posting with my foot. I'm exposing the heel here, and yeah, here we're in an interesting scenario. You can see her knee line is right on my thigh here. I have the heel with one hand here, and I feel like here, because her hips are so high, like because this knee is off the floor, it's kind of hard to put finishing pressure on. Also, uh, it's just a roll. I'm trying to be careful. I don't want to accidentally hurt her and break her leg, but also I feel like we're not really in a position for an optimal finish here. So let's just see how this plays out here. So her knee line kind of slides out. I monitor it. I try to pull it back in. She's pummeling her legs, and we just roll through and reset back to a regular 50-50 here. And I get a bite of the heel actually in this transition and get it. Smiling a little bit jiggly, resetting for the camera. Yeah, go into her like a reverse De La Hiva sort of style here. I try to build up and see if I can pummel my leg. Natalia's focused on the camera a little bit. She's trying to knee cut through, get an angle. She runs north-south here. Does a pretty good job here. I'm trying to stay relaxed with my retention. Notice I'm framing my own head here. I know she's really good at arm bars here, so I'm trying to be careful. She's got my arm here pretty well. I use my favorite escape here for the arm, where I basically do an elbow escape. Let's jump back. I basically do a little elbow escape here with my hands locked, where I push her foot in between my legs and catch the foot. This way I can separate the legs, slide out my elbow, and there we go. Let's just look at that again. This is one of my favorite escapes. I also teach this to a lot of my students. I feel like this is probably the first armbar escape you should learn because it's really safe. You keep your hands locked through the whole thing, and it's kind of easy to find this angle on a lot of people. So look, I push with the elbow, catch the foot here. At this point, I can start to walk her legs pretty far apart here, which means there's going to be a lot of space for me to slip my shoulder and my elbow here. And since my elbow won't be on her hips, like on the fulcrum here on her hips, it's going to be so hard to generate pressure, even if you manage to straighten the arm. It's going to be so much space for me to just slide out. So when I separate my hands, yeah, I just turn on my side, slip it out. And here, kind of going into a deep half sort of position here, like a quarter guard here actually. Build up, she pushes back, and she actually managed to limp leg out. Nice practical escape. Checking to see if we're still recording. We are, of course. Slap hands. I'm looking for a little ankle pick. Switching to a 2-on-1, and I try to pull her in here. Yeah, this is working this 2-on-1. Getting into an R guard position here. And just basically just trying to pummel my leg into inside position. I managed to get into a nice single legs here. And from here, I actually just trying to go and switch it right away into a regular X guard. So you notice the scoop grip here. As I'm doing that, I'm looking to take my foot off the hip and just pommel to an X guard. Natalia is trying to push on my knee and push it between your legs to kind of get like a cheap knee hike pass. Guys, this stuff shouldn't work on you. Like, if people are doing this, you see how I'm framing her face right here? You just have to monitor this hand and keep pushing it off and keep your knee to your chest. Do not let people just push this leg between their legs for free. Okay, so you see here, she blocks, I recover, I get into an X guard here, and I'm actually playing between transferring the leg and just building up to a high sweep. I get up, we go out of frame. I think I score the sweep. Yeah, just laughing a little bit about it. When we roll, it always gets a little bit competitive. She goes into her De La Hiva here. Natalia has a really good De La Hiva. Actually goes for an R-guard style of balance here. And tries to berimbolo me here. Now, she does the invert pretty good, but her knee is far away from my hips. Ideally, she's looking to wedge her knee on top of my hips here. Then she can push with her hamstring to bring, kind of stack me, bring my leg over my head, and then she can start to expose my lower back. But her hips a little bit too far away. She's not well connected. She's not connected well enough to my knees, my hips here. Sorry. So as she goes, I just pull her leg in for a knee bar. Her knee turns out. I think I'm also controlling the second ankle here. Because of the way her knee points, you can see her foot here, her toes point up. That means her knee is also pointing this way. It's kind of hard to get the lat knee bar here. I would basically have to bring my hips up and over top of her knee here to kind of make my hips face right into her knee, which is hard because she's kind of blocking me here and I'm laying on top of her leg. So I end up switching to a 50-50 here. She's also kind of toying with the idea of counterattacking me. So I just hip escape out, switch to a 50-50. She comes up to stand. Her head is coming way towards me here. So from here it's easy to just kind of twist sweep her down. Now it's hard to see because we're basically out of frame here. But I tilt her down, look to expose her heel. She just does a good job hiding it. But notice how I get this inside knee position here. So this is what some people call the 80-20, which is basically an unfair 50-50 because my knee's hidden, so I kind of can frame her off. I can follow her in rolls easy, and even if she were to split my legs, she still wouldn't have a good bite on my heel here. Anyway, I try to roll through here. Sorry that this is so far to frame. I dig her heel, she tries to push it off, but I create good tension in the leg here. I get the heel, it's out of frame, sorry, but you can see my hips come in. And I go to like a standard 80-20 finish where, yeah, so you see here, in this standard finish here, side on finish, I have the heel, her leg is extended, but I have a good bite here on the heel, so it's hard for her to kick off. This here works kind of like a knee shield, so it's hard for her to get close in hand fight. To finish, I keep the heel tight. I'm basically on the side of my elbow here, and I'm gonna lift my hips up and kind of drop them over the top and down into her knee as I'm turning the heel the opposite way. And she taps. There's someone recording in the background. She at the wrong time. At least that's what it felt like. So she whacked her finger at him. So we're going again here, hand fighting. Playing our guard, I get a scoop grip. And we kind of go into this weird waiter guard position, slash deep half, I don't know what you would call it. I try to look for the K, chop over the top, spin through. Right here, I'm going for center chest grip. Some people also call this the tombstone grip, where I'm basically trying to glue her toes to my chest here. And it basically works like a heel hook, like a side knee bar. The thing is with this one here, it basically just prevents people from turning the knee and their toes and turning out here. But here you see it's kind of loose. I could glue it tighter to my chest, but the way Natalia is positioned here, she's loosening up my legs and it's kind of an awkward position. So I'm just trying to adjust, keep the knee line, and I decide to just open up. Off balance, pull her right in, shin to shin, single legs, bread and butter. She jumps over the leg. I build up. I take the top position here. She's playing a little bit of our guard and De La Hiva here. Natalia has a really good and annoying De La Hiva. Double ankle sweep. One of my favorite moves to teach beginners. And guys, this is just a great way to knock people down. It works against me all the time. Maybe it says something about my passing style, but if you have both ankles, it's so easy to put people in their butt. Again, we're kind of out of frame. She's trying to counter angle lock me. Yeah, I come back into frame here, build up on top. She's going for crab right. Del Hiva, aka the baby bolo. I make funny faces here. I'm doing a double heel grip. This is one of my favorite counters. Here you see, here she's in a good position to take my back, but if I take double heel grips and kind of sit tight here, it's kind of hard for her to finish the back take. She gets kind of stuck in this awkward position here. And I just kind of ride it out, and I'm looking for her to overextend her leg so I can pull it in for a leg lock. As she goes, I'm trying to feed in. She has an inside foot here blocking me. I'm trying to transfer to 50-50, trying to transfer to 80-20 here. I kind of get a bite on the heel, spin through, catch her in the roll. The heel slips. I use that center chest position again. Here, this is a better example of it. Nice and close where you can see my red face here. See how I'm gripping the toes here, gluing it to my chest. My hips are right inside of her knee here. If she turns, she basically heel hooks herself. The way she can relieve pressure from this side on knee bar is basically to turn the wrong way. So if she turns to my left here, it'll take the pressure off, but it'll make her heel pop out. So this is a great tool to, if people are trying to spin away, they'll hurt themselves. They have to basically give you their heel in order to take the pressure off this side knee bar here. I'm putting some pressure in. She's turning in. I'm trying to look for the heel. I'm trying to elbow hop, get to the heel, and time runs out. Say thanks for the roll. So, hope you enjoyed this this roll commentary here. If you enjoyed the commentary and want to see more, please let me know in the comments. I'm looking to do more of these. It's not always that I get the chance to record, but if you enjoy these, I'll try to post more of them. And also, if there are any individual techniques in this video here or concepts that you would like to see expanded on, then please let me know. I got some outside ashes stuff. I got a little bit of K-Gotch stuff on this channel as well. I'll try to put the links in so you can click on those and see the full videos. Alright, okay. As always, thanks for watching, and as always, subscribe to the channel, like the video if you enjoyed what you saw.